So time passes. You and Ruck, I assume, always stayed friends, always had a good
Absolutely.
relationship. I've interviewed Sean once. Dope ass, timeless interview. Me and my man Neff, we shot some music videos for Sean. Everyone was fucking with him, and then out of nowhere, at 43 years old, we get the news that he passed.
Definitely the worst day of my life.
When you first heard that news, what went through your head?
Nothing. Like, I was just still for a second. Like, I just took it in, and I don't know, like my brain is an ill nigga of his own. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it really is. And I was afraid of that. Like, I've always been conscious of our mortality, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And, we in an industry where, Sean P wasn't the first rapper or, legend from our culture that we lost. Shit's been running rampant for the past few years and shit, you know what I'm saying? So you start to thinking about your own mortality and the mortality of your niggas, you know what I'm saying? And, as far as me and my niggas and I would ask my imagination has taken me that far. Like, the day like who might be the first one? You understand what I'm saying? And how would I take it? You understand what I'm saying? And the craziest shit, like, in my imagination, I kind of always believed that he would be one of the first. You know what I mean? But I just had no clue it would be now. You understand what I'm saying? I thought we was gonna get old and he be one of the first because he's the oldest member of all of us. You understand what I'm saying? As of all of the boot camp rappers, I mean, Drew High is older than Ruck, but all of the rest of us, he's the oldest. You know what I'm saying? He was the heaviest. You understand what I'm saying? Like shit like that. He used to snore real bad. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, it been times when I would be in a hotel with my nigga, we used to shit, and son, and I don't think he always snored, but when you hear dudes snore real bad, sometimes it'll worry you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you hear a nigga sound like he choked himself or whatever, shit like that. So, little shit like that would have a small, you know what I'm saying, small piece of real estate in the back of my mind. So when I got the news, like Raquel's mother came and told me. Matter of fact, she didn't tell me. She couldn't tell me. Like, she didn't even know how to tell me that. She went and she got one of my Goonies, right? My brother Clusto. And he came down the hall and he told me. And he just, he just came in and ripped the Band-Aid off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I opened my eyes. Like, I literally just woke up because it's crazy. The night before he left, I knew it. I didn't know it, but I felt something, like, because I was so uneasy. Like, I was so upset for no reason. Like, I was snapping at my daughter's mother for no reason. I think she had the AC on too high, and I was ready to move out. You understand what I'm saying? I was ready to change my address on the strength of the AC. But that night, like, I reached out to so many people, like instant messages, texting, this, that, and the third. Anybody, like, so many people I reached out to just trying to change my mood. You understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't like the way I was feeling. Like, I felt so shitty, and I felt like if my daughter's mother would have woke up and said anything to me, I would have been foul. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just had a foul energy going through me, and I was looking for anything that could change that energy. And nobody responded to me. Like, nobody. Everybody I hit up, I don't, maybe somebody did, but I don't remember this. I don't remember, right? You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't sleep. And this happens to me a lot. It's like a pattern of mine. When bad things happen, I can't sleep the night before. When I will go to sleep in the morning, and then I sleep like a dead man. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in that process, my dead man sleep, my daughter's mother wakes me up, and my bro Clus is in the room, and he just tells me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even repeat those words, but he told me, and I was like, what? And then he said it again, and he's a goon. You understand what I'm saying? So the look in his face when he told me that just told me, you know, that was it. First of all, we know not, niggas don't play like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm still wiping the coal out my eyes. What did you say? You understand what I'm saying? And then the look on his face just said it all when he repeated it. So I literally just sat still for a minute. Like, I didn't move. I looked at my phone, and I seen that 1,000 missed calls and texts that I had in there, and I just put that shit back down. And I just sat there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Like I hate that. Like, I hate that I thought that before. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that I thought that I ever thought that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you hear people say shit like, you know, the power of your thoughts and all of that shit, this, that, and the third. You gotta watch them, law of attraction, all this sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not sucker shit, all this shit that, you know, could be very real. You understand what I'm saying? So I hated that I thought that. You know what I mean?
I interviewed Buckshot, and he said that he was the first one to show up.
I went upstairs, and, you know, there was my brother. You know, he was laid out in the bed, man. I had to see him laid out in the bed, like, gone. You know what I'm saying? Just laid right there. I'm like, how is this, it still don't register today, but back, like, it really didn't register. I was like, yo, like, you know, his leg is shaped like a P, like he in P position. I look at his eyes, I'm like, you know, his mouth, I had to close my man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? I had to close his eyes. You know, I made salat next to him. You know, as a Muslim, he get what they call a janazah, you know? So I had to actually clean his body. Me still tech, like, you know, I give respect. That was harsh.
Yeah, I can't do that. I couldn't have done that. Muslim and no Muslim, I couldn't do that. I couldn't barely see him. Like, no, that's not true. When I didn't know he was in the crib. So let me tell you how it went, right? All these people calling me, I'm not answering the phone. They start calling my daughter's mother to get to me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, yo, everybody's at P crib, everybody go through. I'm like, I'm not going over there. I was trying to take a page out of my man Sterang Wonder book. Because Sterang don't do funerals. Period. Like, period. He's not doing that. Like I said, he'll swallow his blood before he swallow his pride. You're not going to see him all crying and all that shit. Fuck out of here, right? So I was like, what am I going over there for? For what? What am I doing? Why am I going over there? You understand? It didn't make no sense to me. I didn't think that it was going to make me feel no better. Niggas talking about everybody over there, this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, fuck out of here. But niggas kept harassing me, still calling, still 150 times. And then I finally decided to go over there. By like an hour or two later, I finally decided to go. When I went downstairs, I got off the elevator. The nigga still was in my lobby waiting for me. He was coming to try to drag my big ass with his little ass to the other side of Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? And I got there. I got outside, seen him. We was in two separate rides. Like, he was in a ride. I took my ride, and you know, it's enough distance between my block and Ruck's block for us to go many different routes to get, you know what I'm saying, to get to his crib. For some reason, the illest shit was like, I followed them, like I know how to get there my own, but I followed them, and the route they took was the illest route ever. Like, on it, and it's not that many blocks, but like I said, it's big enough for us to go. You know, you can make the left here, you can make the left on the next block, whichever. You know, you got time. You can miss 3 lefts and you still good. You know what I'm saying? But we go out the projects, make the right, make the first left, drive past the block he lived on when I met him, where he grew up, where I was at his 11th birthday party. Straight past that block. Once you get past that block, there's this heritage center. It's like a community center / library and all of that. On the side of that shit, there's a painting over the door of that building with children, you know, little, you know what I'm saying, artsy kid. One of the kids in the painting is P, right? Straight down, we go a little further, we come across the C camp, which was called the concentration camp. It was the crib, it was me and Ruck's first apartment together. We subleased his sister's crib, which was in Tilden Projects. Right there, right across the street from that is the Allah School, which used to be called The Future, which is where I discovered Ruck, the rapper. You understand what I'm saying? And the DCEP, actually, because the way like I said, I told you, I knew him as a kid, but we wasn't linked. When I got into my second high school, in my homeroom class was 3 of Ruck's niggas, some of his goonies. So they was DCEPs and all that. So we was already linked, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, we DCEP, that's what it is. And shortly after, like, they are the ones who brung me to Ruck. But how it happened was, we was at this hole in the wall party, this club called The Future, and they had open, mad niggas got, ask Big Daddy Kane about The Future in Brownsville. He was there, one of the wildest nights ever. 100 niggas got shot that night. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go to the fucking Future. Anyway, right? I went there anyway, because fuck it, whatever. And they had this open mic shit. And the whole night I felt like everybody was trash, except for me, my cousin, and Sean. When I talked about it the next day, niggas was like, I'm like, everybody was trash, except me and my cousin. And then my man Seiko was like, word, and Ruck. I'm like, Ruck? Ruck was a famous Decepticon already. I'm like, Ruck was there? They like, yeah. Sean. I'm like, oh, that Sean. Niggas, we had already been through this. Well, I asked them who Ruck was. They're like, you know him, Sean Price. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, my older brother named Sean. My cousin, my partner, Champagne, her name Dashawn. You're not giving me enough information, right? But after that night at the Future, you know, this hole in the wall club was where me and Ruck first discovered each other as rappers. You understand what I'm saying? Back to the story. Driving down this road, this path to Ruck's house, we driving past mad Ruck or Ruck and Rock history. Niggas could have went straight and made one left and never drove past none of that shit. But this was just what I'm seeing along the ride until we get to Sun Crib, and we get there, and the whole block is packed. They playing Sean Price music from somebody's car. Shit is loud. You know, the whole block. We get out the car, we park, we walk. Nigga still was like, yo, don't talk to none of these people, right? I'm like, this nigga's crazy. You know, still could be extra sometimes, right? It's my nigga, I love him, right? We I don't talk to none of these niggas. I'll just look at him. Like, I'm not in the mood for your shit right now still, right? But we keep on walking. We get through the building, give a couple of daps, couple of pounds of hugs. He like, no, fuck them. Let's go. Now you about to start getting on my nerves still, right? But anyway, we get up in the building. We up the stairs to Ruck's floor. Pounds and hugs. This is Ruck brother. Stuck B, pound, hug. Illinois, Ruck's guard brother. Pound and hug. Still is like, yo, come on, don't talk to them. Then I yelled at him. Like, yo, get the fuck, yo, fuck, nigga, I ain't you. You do this shit, how you do this shit, let me do this. So I had that moment, right? And then I go in the crib. I go, where's Bernadette? House is packed. Bernadette is in the back room talking to the police or whatever, right? I go in the back room and I see my nigga laying there. I did not know he was laying there. I didn't know he was still there. This is when I found out that there's only one coroner in the city. You understand what I'm saying? And if he got other work on the other side of town, then you gotta stay there and chill out. You understand what I'm saying? And no, that shit was crazy for me. I saw that shit. I ran out the crib, tried to run up to the roof because it was the top floor. Tried to run up there to be by myself because I didn't want to be around all these motherfuckers to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But then I run into Tech. Tech is sitting on that last, that half a staircase before the roof. Tech sitting there crying. I ain't never see Tech cry in my life, right? See him sitting there. It's understandable. I take one step past him and the alarm goes off. I ain't even open no door, but the alarm goes off. Like if too many people on the steps, the alarm go off. I'm mad. I'm like, so I got to stay here with these people, and I just manned up and dealt with it. I went downstairs, went in the crib, gave out hugs and shit. And after the police left out the room, I went in the room and I just sat with him. You know what I mean? I sat with him until it was time for him to go.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough to actually really be around the body and so forth. That's, yeah.
Stupid nigga was laying there with a grin on his face, I promise you though.
Really?
Yeah, this nigga died with a grin.
Wow.
It was a small one. You know when a nigga lying to you and he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He trying not to laugh, but he got a little smirking. Yeah.